There's only one thing I gotta say is Onslaught, anybody? Onslaught, anybody? For those of y'all, if you haven't caught up with X-Men 97 or decided to binge the last 3 episodes like me, well, spoiler alert. X-Men 97 was what we wanted but didn't know what we needed. The thing is, listen, I need to say that fresh off of watching the last 3 episodes of X-Men 97, the finale, bring this man Bo back, because this man knew what he was doing. X-Men 97 is a combo of the comics, the movies, and the 1992 cartoon, all mixed in one. See, my issue with comics has been, and I've been saying this for a long time, and it's actually the reason why I started messing around with manga more, is because of the rehashing, the recycling, the reducing, and the reusing of not only writers, but stories which just got changed when you just got a new writer versus the canon stories that manga actually has, or, you know, just a new arc. But comics been around since my daddy's days, and my daddy literally is a boomer. So the man was born in the 50s, y'all. He got gray hair, gray beard, so I understand why they had to continue hashing over the same stories, but that was one of the reasons why I fell out of it. But this X-Men 97 and this man Bo and his team managed to put together and stitch all the best things that made X-Men Marvel's darlings for decades. Until Fox got a hold of them, of course. And Fantastic Four, and well, I might get into this new Pedro Fantastic Four, what they doing with that. That's another video. And unlike the Avengers, which were superheroes and had many other superheroes either come from a lot of money, like super geniuses, or some kind of noble stature or backstory, or simply above beauty and height white dudes with the good hair, or ladies with them 38 double Ds, if you please. X-Men, they were about to struggle, and they always tackled racism, speciesism, subrogation, and all the other shit that, well, the ugliness that made humans humans. That's what we are. We nasty creatures sometimes, y'all. You know it. I always say that a human never ever truly unites. Humanity, we never unite unless we have some kind of sort of common enemy, i.e. X-Men, i.e. the mutants. And to piggyback off of what I was saying earlier, as a brother that was born and raised here in the States, I always resonated with the X-Men more, and Spider-Man, because Spider-Man has had that struggle, but the X-Men more, I mean, being called a ain't too far away from when get the muties. I mean, seriously, it was that same kind of connotation. It was that same kind of ignorance and nastiness from old things. And y'all know, for those of y'all who are historians and stuff about the comics, that Stan Lee and Kirby, they made the X-Men based off of Martin Luther King, which was Professor X, and Magneto, which was based off of Malcolm X during this, you know, you see the X-Men, you see how the correlation, they were based off of those two dynamic opposites during the Civil Rights Movement in 1960s, because X-Men came out in 63, and that was around the time where, you know, the Civil Rights Movement. If you don't know, that's what Google's for. Oh, and one thing about the X-Men, they all came in different shapes, sizes. They got some ugly ones, some big ones, all kind of ethnicities: Jewish, black, white, Mexican, Asian, gay, native, everything else in between. Seriously, just look at the roster on X-Men 97. It's a melting pot of diversity. Did someone say Rooney Rule? Seriously. seriously, it's like every race of person was on the X-Men, and then you look at the Avengers, and yeah, well, X-Men 97 fully encapsulated all of that while still sticking to what made X-Men and the show from 1992 a success. Also, the fact that it tossed in some slang and looked like on every episode broke the fourth wall. Like, what? Like, every episode there was or some kind of new quote or catchphrase. It was all well and good too until Gambit lost his life, and that's when the show took a whole different turn, and the new star of the show appeared. And I'm not talking about Wolverine. I ain't even talking about Cyclops when he had that first 30 seconds of fame. I'm talking about Rogue. The damn whole show felt all about Rogue, who was getting her groove on way back on episode 2. Like, she was stellar. Like, Rogue got her groove back. I mean, we knew who watched the comics that they had a little thing going on before, and we knew that she had a little thing too with Gambit as well. But I mean, wow, to actually see it or to look at the jokes that they were doing when Morph was like, hey, they've been in that room for a long time. Also, Madeline, Emma's diamond form, Charles and the Shi'ar with the Milky Way ghetto. Like, it's just so much to unpack just for the series, and in one video. I really enjoyed myself. And also, I think there was really only one lame episode out of all 10. Well, I don't really want to say there was a lame episode, but one episode was lackluster out of all of the rest, and that episode was episode 4, where Jubilee and Roberto went and they was fighting against Mojo, which did pay homage to the arcades of old, my generation, and that NES 8-bit era. But even that had Easter eggs in it, since those who followed the comics and know that Roberto, aka Sunspot, is probably going to get his own spin-off series with Generation X alongside Jubilee. And speaking of spin-offs and cameos, who didn't we see from Marvel? Seriously, there was Cap, there was Iron Man, Doctor Strange, DD, that's Daredevil, Spider-Man, and Mary Jane. Damn near every popular mutant, either if you seen them or it was like the Scarlet Witch or Quicksilver, they were just like a picture or some kind of bulletin board of a post of them. I don't know how many times Morph turned into the Incredible Hulk or I seen the Incredible Hulk. There was even my Ninja T'Challa. He even made an appearance. King T'Challa, Black Panther. Side note, bring him back. The black male version of Black Panther. Bring him back. We of the Black delegation have spoken. Kevin Feige, bring him back. We need him. They had classic costumes and revisited old jokes about the black leather fox trashy costumes. And the action was fast-paced and action-packed. Plus, I don't remember sex or killing or any of these extra adult type things in the 10 a.m. Saturday morning version that I used to watch as a kid. And again, this is only the first season. I know I'm hyped up because I just got off of fresh watching it. And look, this is only 10 episodes, just the first season. And I'm out here tweaking for more. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that I kept getting spoiled on Twitter or on Facebook groups, man, I probably would have attempted to binge it. But, before I forget, Cyclops ain't no punk no more. I know I said he had 30 seconds, but at least he had 30 seconds on every episode, minus the Jubilee episode. But this dude had moments on every damn episode. He ain't just Wolverine's punching bag or getting punked no more. And Jean is not Kagome and Inuyasha no more. This woman actually does something too. She's not just an orgasmic sound reel screaming out Scott's name. Scott! That was don't watch that late at night and you got neighbors, because somebody might call on you. Oh, and the way Bastion slapped this man Cable, I ain't seen nobody slap nobody like that since Vincent got slapped like a common household on the damn Cowboy Bebop live action a few years ago by his daddy. That's up there. How you gonna take a man's robotic arm off and then slap him across his damn face with it? Man, you gotta rewind it and go back to that. And then how you gonna slap somebody, beat him with their own hand, and then absorb that hand? He's handyman now. No, that was... Not every joke can be funny, y'all, okay? Okay? There will be a second season. As a matter of fact, it actually got greenlit way back in 2022, and word on the web is that production is pretty much wrapped up for that season, the next season, as well as the season 3, which, you know, that was that controversy about Bo doing all 3 seasons and they letting him go. So that comes straight from Marvel Animation. I mean, I want to see my man's Bo back, because this dude, how they say in the black community, when you cook something good, they put their foot in it. Not really, they put their foot in it, but they put a part of their body in it where you could taste the essence of it, and that's exactly what this man did with this writing and his writing room and writing staff. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. Are we going to see Age of Apocalypse? I mean, there was so much onslaught foreshadowing with sprinkling in all the rest of these heroes and everything else with Spider-Man. I've even heard word on the web said that it might even be a Spider-Man animated series that gets reborn and redone as well too, which also was really good when they used to have them back to back, like Drake used to do before Kendrick. Oh, okay, that's all right. More heroes intermixing. I'm all down for that. And oh, Wolverine and that's on my man Wolverine. I can't neglect my dude Wolverine. He was my favorite hero, something X-Men for forever. Even he took a backseat this season. I look forward for him to have a huge arc. Remember how Wolverine, for those of y'all who remember the old 1992 one that ended in 97, remember how Wolverine would just go off by himself? Look to see more than a few episodes of Solo Bolo Wolverine with the bone claws and his journey probably back to get his animanium. Look, I don't know what else to say. We're gonna get some more seasons. We don't know officially when we gonna get any more. All I can say is it was a hell of a 10-week, 6-hour ride if you binged it. And whew, I mean, we might even look. Seriously, I was talking about Wolverine. We might even see Gambit again, and they might even dig into, since they messing with time, they might even dig into the whole Morlocks and Gambit with his extreme kinetic abilities, and maybe that's how him and Rogue hook up, because you know that happened in the comics. He was able to master his kinetic abilities, and then make love to that woman he loves. Finally. Because Magneto looking at her a little bit extra again, since they both survived. But so many unanswered questions. I just really hope we ain't got to wait too much longer. Maybe at the end of the year, that'd be nice, right? Like how normal seasons and TV shows are every 6 to 7 months, 12 episodes every 6 to 7 months. But that's all I got for y'all today. If you did like this video, do me a favor, hit that like button and let me know in the comment section below. Are y'all excited about X-Men 97? Did y'all watch it? Why are you watching this video? I appreciate it, but why are you watching this video if you ain't already watched all the episodes? Go back and watch the episodes. Disney Plus for the $10. Look, get to do the Hulu commercial Disney Plus package. I'm not being sponsored, but get that package like I did, and I promise you, it's worth it. It's only, $10, $11. It's definitely worth it. And if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with all things geek, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I make geekly content here on the channel all the time. And as always, anyway, remember to eat, geek, sleep, repeat. I'll holler at you on the next one. Peace.